I never thought that shopping counted as a hobby. Until now. Hey besties, and welcome back to another Sustainability Sunday, where on Sundays I teach you how to live life a little bit more sustainably without hugely changing your way of life or breaking the bank. Today we are in my office, which I know, weird, we're always in the kitchen for Sustainability Sunday. The day that this video goes live is my birthday. Because of that, I've been thinking a lot lately. People have been asking me what I want for gifts. What do I enjoy doing? What are my hobbies now? My hobbies have kind of always been involving a camera. I kind of realized hobbies aren't sustainable anymore. The world is set up so that we can't enjoy things while valuing the planet. Think about it. Say there's a new hobby that you hear about and you want to get into. You have to spend hundreds of dollars just to get supplies, and then what if you don't actually enjoy the hobby? What if you build a starter kit for your hobby and then you don't like it, and then everything just ends up in a landfill? Or even worse, you get the starter stuff, you like it, and then you immediately feel like you need to upgrade. I'm going through that struggle myself. I want nothing more than the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. I'm not afraid to go up to Canada to get it, but I already have 2 cameras that I use frequently. And you wanna know how many cameras I actually have? So do I. I have a lot. 4 that we regularly rotate through, but a lot more just around. I might have a problem with cameras. Hobbies used to be about enjoying things. You were able to be sustainable back then. If you loved reading, you went to the library. Everyone went to the library. If you like to write, either you wrote on your computer and you saved it to a file on your computer, or you had a notebook and a pen. You didn't need to get a bullet journal with all this different washi tape and all these different pens. If you wanted to get into fitness, you would buy at-home workout tapes back in the day, as opposed to just buying all of the fitness equipment. Yes, I want a Pilates reformer. I don't have one though. Even video games. You used to have one system for years and years and years. Now it feels like every few years you need to upgrade. And I don't just mean PlayStations, Xboxes, I mean PCs. You need to upgrade the parts in your PC. Hobbies now go hand in hand with overconsumption, and that's a shame. Why do I think this has all shifted the way that it did? Social media, 100%. All of a sudden you saw something about a hobby that you've never tried before, you're like, oh, that seems like fun. Then you see a haul video of every supply you could ever imagine for it, and you feel like you need to get all of them. Look, the air dry clay crafts, I get them on my FYP too, okay? Do I really want to get into them? Yes. Am I just gonna buy air dry clay from Dollar Tree instead of buying a huge pack of it that I might not actually enjoy doing crafts with? Absolutely. But haul video after haul video after haul video, it's no wonder that whatever you get into, you want to invest in having everything for it. Because now that social media has shifted society, even in person, people will judge you if you don't have all the supplies needed for whatever hobby it is. My camera is an older model. I shoot with a Canon 80D or a Sony ZV-E10, depending on what I'm filming. I went to an event at a camera store in Boston. They kind of all looked at me sideways. I said that my Canon is old. No, they don't make it anymore, I knew that, but I wasn't expecting the judgment. My Sony, they told me, is old, that they don't support my camera anymore. I wanna say I got this camera in 2022. It's not that old, but given that that's my hobby, cameras are my hobby, I was judged for not having the newest gear. It's unfortunate, but it's true. People like feeling better than other people. It's a sad fact about society. So if you don't have the latest and greatest in whatever your hobby is, other people will think that they're better than you because of it. Is that okay? No. But is it factual? Yes. So what do? How do we get into hobbies without adding to overconsumption? You look at what you already have around your home. As I've said, I have multiple cameras. My husband is now starting to get into photography with some of my old cameras. We had it. It costs no extra money. There is no investment needed. And this way he can find out if he actually likes it or not. If he doesn't like photography, okay, we didn't waste money on buying him a nice camera just to learn that he doesn't actually like it. You wanna try crafting with clay? Okay, there's recipes that you can make your own out of things that you probably have in your pantry. Try it, see if you actually like the crafting, and if you do, awesome. If not, okay, you tried and you didn't add to overconsumption. As you may or may not know, my channel started as a beauty channel. I love makeup and all things makeup. Project Pan is a thing. If you are really into makeup, go through your collection. Try coming up with new ideas out of what you already own. You wanna get into plants? Talk to a friend that has plants, because they probably have clippings that you can propagate and create new plants from that. Also, you can literally take the seeds inside vegetables to start growing plants that way. Are you really into fashion? Great. Pick up a needle and thread, look through your closet, use it to upcycle something. You don't need to invest in a sewing machine. If you have one, great. You already have it, use it. But if not, hand stitching is a thing. It's a lot more time consuming, but you can do it. And obviously, if you love reading, there is still the public library. There's little free libraries all around, or at least here they're all around. Or there's ebooks. And I'm not saying go and buy a Kindle. I have one and I love it, but you don't need a Kindle to read ebooks. You have a phone. You can download the Kindle app, but most importantly, you can download Libby. Link it to a library card, boom. You have however many books at your disposal. Then of course you have all the hobbies that just are free. I love nothing more than a good people watching session. Does it count as a hobby? Maybe not, but I love it. One thing I've been really wanting to get into is foraging for mushrooms. Just going on nature walks, looking at whatever mushrooms you find, looking them up to make sure they're not toxic, being able to identify mushrooms. I really am that weird girl, aren't I? Just about anything that you're interested in can be done without needing to buy anything, but society doesn't allow for that anymore. Let's say you really want to get into fitness and you don't want to do at-home YouTube workouts, you want to go to the gym. Okay, awesome. A gym membership costs money, but it's not creating more waste. Don't go into the gym and feel some type of way and like you need to upgrade everything that you own because all the girls are in Lululemon or Aloe and you are in whatever sweats you got at the thrift store. It literally doesn't matter. I understand feeling some type of way about it. Trust me, I completely do. It's easier said than done to not care. I understand that, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Nobody knows the difference. It's a little logo on your clothes that nobody can tell the difference. Say that there are hobbies that you need to invest in. Say that you've used your friend's camera and you know that you love photography and you want your own. Okay, fine. Buy a used one. Or more than that, look on your local Buy Nothing group and see if anyone has an extra one there. I 100% got some extra digital cameras for my wedding from the Buy Nothing group because yeah, we used them for the wedding. And I'll be honest, I think the biggest thing, if you really want to get into a hobby that you need to spend money on, Google hobby name and then cheaply. Yeah, it'll pull up ways that you don't need to spend more money, but also normally the cheaper way of doing things is more sustainable because it's having you not go out and buy everything. Now there are a lot of things that you can do if you have a lot more space than I have and if you have a lot more time. For example, I live in an apartment. If you have a house and a garage or a workshop, by all means on trash day, go out, see what furniture is on the curb, flip furniture. That's probably not that much of an investment. You probably don't really need to spend money and you're saving things from a landfill. I say it's not much of an investment because in my mind, I assume that everyone has a sander and that spray paint is normal because I grew up with that being my norm, but it may not be for everyone. I always say that I wish I had the space because that is a hobby I would love to get into. I love DIYs. They are a hobby of mine. I do DIYs that we genuinely have a use for, not just because they're pretty. Don't get me wrong, making things just for the sake of them being pretty and having fun is great. I just don't do it because I don't have the space for everything, so it would end up going to waste. It would end up going into a landfill. I'm currently in the process of making a curtain for a bookshelf for my husband because he doesn't like how the sun hits the spines of his video games on the bookshelf. I DIY'd our shoe storage from a shoe cabinet that somebody was getting rid of and I got for free and I just upcycled it. Saving something from a landfill is definitely a sustainable option. And if you have the space for it and you can do it, great hobby. Would recommend. Another big thing that I'd recommend is if you're interested in art. I went to Savers with one of my friends not too long ago and they had a bunch of Copic markers, which I think I'm pronouncing that right, which if you know art, they're very expensive. She jumped at that because they were affordable, but if she didn't buy them and no one knew what the value was, they were gonna go into a landfill. Same thing for sketchbooks. If you find a sketchbook at the thrift store, why not get it? Yeah, there might be a few pages that are already used, but so what? You like to write or to journal and you have a bunch of half-empty notebooks, use them. Use the rest of the notebook. It doesn't matter if half was used for thing A, the other half can be used for thing B. It's totally fine. There's nothing that says that you can't. But I guess that mostly hobbies come down to a mindset shift if you still want to have them sustainably. It doesn't have to be perfect, you just have to do it. Start before you have everything that you need. If you want to get into art, okay, you have a pen or pencil, you have paper somewhere. Worst case scenario, you have a napkin or paper towel. Just doodle something if you want to get into art. Start that way. Make sure that you like it. You're interested in photography. Try phone photography first. You want to do projects with clay? Either make your own or get the air dry clay from Dollar Tree. Or if there's something more than that you want to do, look into borrowing. The local library here has a makerspace where you can quite literally go in and work on anything. They have a 3D printer, they have a Cricut. There's so many different options there. Or maybe your friend has whatever you're interested in. Maybe your friend is getting you into the hobby and you can borrow their equipment. One of my friends has a Cricut and was more than willing to come over and work on crafts with me. A Cricut is way too much work for me, but it seems fun. I enjoy what you can make out of it. It's just a lot of work. And had I just bought a Cricut without trying it out first, I would not have realized how much work goes into it and how much I need fine motor skills, which I don't have. You don't need everything to enjoy a hobby. You don't need much of anything to enjoy a hobby. As long as you are having a good time, that's all that matters. I grew up playing tennis, and you know how I played tennis? You know how that was my hobby? I would take an old tennis racket that I got from a yard sale, old tennis balls, and hit them against my garage door. It worked and I had a great time. I know that social media and content creators make every hobby seem like you need so many things. You don't. You don't need to buy everything under the sun. For content creators, yeah, of course they're going to end up pushing, oh, you should get XYZ, because that is their job. They get their income when you buy things through their links. I'm not going to pretend that's not how it works. Hi, I also have links. Content creator hauls and content creator lifestyle and content creator hobbies, they're not real. And even more than that, your hobby doesn't have to become your identity. You don't have to revolve around your hobby. Trust me, I get a hyperfixation. I understand when it does become your whole life, but it doesn't have to be. You can enjoy things casually without buying all the things that are just going to end up in a landfill. And more importantly, yeah, everyone says it, normally it's to make fun of people, but you can go outside and touch some grass. Hobbies can be free. You can go on nature walks. You can walk along the beach and collect sea glass. Hobbies can be free. I'll be honest, at the end of the day, society is set up against sustainability. Do I really think that anything is sustainable anymore? No. I don't think it's possible to really be fully sustainable, but it is possible to make small changes to be more sustainable. Hobbies may not necessarily be sustainable, but that doesn't mean they're not worth it, and that doesn't mean they have to be wasteful. You can live slightly more sustainably while still enjoying your hobbies. Remember, your whole life doesn't have to revolve around sustainability. It's the small things that you do consistently that make a much bigger impact than doing one big thing here and there. Like not using AI, because AI is eating up our water sources. Alright besties, let me know what you think. Do you have any hobbies that were expensive and required a large investment that ended up being wasteful? Do you like to invest everything in a hobby when you first get into it, or do you try it out first and make sure you like it? Let me know your experience with hobbies and sustainability involving your hobbies, because I would love to hear it. If you're interested in learning about any hobbies that you don't know how you could do it sustainably without going out and buying a bunch of stuff, let me know in the comments, because I will happily help you figure out a way to do it more sustainably. I'm totally here for that. If you like this, make sure to subscribe. I put new videos every Wednesday, Sunday, and then alternating Mondays and Fridays. Sundays are sustainability Sundays, so if you like sustainability content, come around here on Sundays. We have a good time. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, otherwise YouTube will never tell you when I post new videos. It's a little bit broken like that. This video is going up on my birthday. If you want to help support the channel or send me a birthday gift, I do have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page. Both will be linked below. I also have a Discord. If you feel like joining that, that will also be linked below. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help boost my small channel in the algorithm a lot more than you think it does. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. I know what I like, baby, I like you. Miss American Pie with the high IQ. Oh my, I do. Just fly right through. We'll get high as a kite in the afternoon, 'cause I know